But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw pulled in by Woods. Touchdown, Colts!
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the 36, Ryan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
That sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Draymond Jones. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The Broncos had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
It got his man complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Javonte Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan. That's complete to Pierce. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Play action. It's Ryan.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now it's Wilson. Williams brings it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. John Ross, 34 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Running left, Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
KJ Hamler,
77 yards.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
Wilson going to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Here's Ryan to throw. And Woods has it complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On the keeper, here's Ryan.
And he is going to have a Broncos. They manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. This will be caught at about the 5. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Again to Williams, running right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. On 2nd and 9. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Williams is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll try to run this one in. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. So this one winds up in Indianapolis.